But why, some say, the moon? Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, why climb the highest mountain? Why, 35 years ago, fly the Atlantic? Why does Rice play Texas? We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
So what can a 22-year-old tell you about JFK, Apollo 11, and landing on the moon that the rest of the world has not already told you? Absolutely nothing. I have nothing to say that you have not already heard, you do not already know. I have no amazing information that is new to you about this event. The reason this event is here for episode 1 of 22, can't even say my own series. The reason this footage is here, the reason we are seeing this in episode 1 of 2022 Comeback series is because the things that we love, the things that we truly stand for, the things that we are committed to generating in the world require us to get uncomfortable. They require us to get outside of our own box. They require us to experience true testing. Is this really what you want to do? Is this really what you're committed to creating? It requires us to be willing to lose some things. It requires us to be willing to stand for some things that maybe other people aren't standing for, maybe standing alone. One of the most powerful things that was told to me, a pastor said, you know what? So many young people in the world right now are not willing to stand alone. They're not taught how to stand alone against peer pressure, against ridicule, against like all of the social pressure that is generated in this world, especially with social media, especially with technology. We're not taught to stand alone. We're not taught to stand on something that maybe other people aren't standing for. So this video is about, hey, where are you not getting uncomfortable? Where are you not willing to go for the thing that you say you love, for the thing that you say you get to stand on, stand for, be committed for? And what is the next level for you? What is it that you get to create in your business, in your brands, as an entrepreneur, as a creator? What are the areas that you haven't gone? And I'm speaking from a very personal space. It has been a crazy month. Authentically, it's been really uncomfortable. A lot of the things that I love to do, a lot of the things that I enjoy doing, that I enjoy creating, a lot of the results that I've created in my life have been stripped away. And all that's left is, who am I really? Who defines that? And how is that going to generate the results that I'm creating moving forward? So I have a question for you, and I really genuinely want you to answer this question because it's such an important question. It is probably one of the most important questions that you could ever be asked in 2022 or in any year, and that is this. If you took all of the things that could demean your worth away, and you truly believed there is nothing I could say, there's nothing anybody else could say that could change my worthiness, my value, what would you say? What would you create? Who would you be? Like, what would you actually say to the world? What would you say to your family? What would you say to yourself when you look in the mirror? Who would you be? It is the question that I've been asking myself the last week and a half. And the reason being, I've spent so much of this last year, 2021, creating things out of the expectation that they were what other people wanted for me. My business coaches, my own need to be needed, my own need to be liked, other people who I respect, my mentors. What I have found is that impacts how I actually see the things that I truly love, like YouTube. Bingo, we're here. This last year, I have been so inconsistent about creating content, and I kept trying to dig into like what was the thing holding me back. Literally, I went back to last year's content and I was bored. I was bored with my own content because it was boring. And I went back to 2019's content. No, not 2019. What am I saying? I went back to 2020, 2 years ago. And what I saw was authenticity. I wasn't creating because I needed to be liked. I wasn't creating because I needed something from someone else. I wasn't creating content that I thought other people would like. I was creating content that inspired me. I was creating content that created joy. I was creating from a space of, I love this and I don't care what people think. I don't care if this footage isn't blurry. I don't care if it's amazing quality. I just love creating. And because of that, there were people that were watching. There were people that were paying attention. There were people that were impacted by those simple videos that were not high caliber, that were not high quality. I hadn't figured out lighting yet. I hadn't figured out my shot, what it looked like, and it was perfect. My goal this year is to create content that is authentically me. Like, not caring what other people think, not caring if I did it right. Who cares? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4 lights in my. This is not how you do lighting. This is a total mess, and I love the shot. Who cares? I have a what am I saying? I have a ring light down here, by the way. I have a ring light right here, and yeah, it's not. That's not how you're supposed to use a ring light. It's here. It's staying here. Where was I going with that? So at the end of the day, are you creating content that you love? And if you're not, get with the program. Really look at how much is your calling, is your mission, is what you are here to create. How much of that do you want to sacrifice to look good for a moment, to look enough for a moment? How much are you going to spend, cost, what are the prices you're going to pay for all the things that you've compromised in your life? I know this is not the most cheery video, although it could be. You could be hyped from this video. Anyway, when you are standing on something, you are declaring something, you are committed to something, there are people that are going to be in your path that are not going to like what you are doing, that are not going to agree with it, that are going to ridicule you. And if your goal in life is to like and be liked by all of those people, you are always going to get derailed from your path. You are always going to get derailed. There's going to be side roads and side journeys that just get you on a rat race and you get stuck, because that is not the reason we are here. To be liked is to move nowhere, to create zero momentum. Yeah, so this is the video. Episode 1. The question for you is, if there was nothing that could demean your worth, your value, if you didn't need to prove yourself, if you didn't need to fulfill the expectations that are set for yourself or other people have set for you, what is it that you would create? What would you say? How would you say it? How would you be? What would you stand for in the world? Who would you stand for? That's what you get to build a business off. That's what you get to build a platform off of. Like, let's go. Let's go. Okay. That's the end of the video.